obviously discuss with you this match preview. Then later, when the game of football really kickstarts, before the game of football kickstarts, like 3 hours from now, I'll be live to bring you the confirmed starting 11 and the match day live. After that, I'll come in here and obviously do what we call the match reaction. I missed out on the match reaction of Arsenal versus Brentford because even the game ended, I was really asleep. So I couldn't obviously catch up on that. But I'm here to obviously talk about this game that is in our faces and our eyes, to discuss hugely about it. So smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a day. Remember, we want to hit 29,000 subscribers and we can hit that milestone. I'm 100% sure, because numbers never lie and consistency never really lies. So please do the needful and really subscribe, because this is a very huge activity. FA Cup is the game that Arsenal is obviously going to be participating in after drawing 1-1 with Brentford on Thursday. On Sunday, Arsenal comes back in action. And remember, even midweek, they do have a particular game against Wolverhampton Wanderers there for you before they obviously play against Tottenham Hotspur over the weekend. So I need no further introduction. My name is known here. If at all you don't know my name and you're watching us for the very first time, I want to let you know that I'm called Rokani David, and I've been running this channel for years. And here we go to obviously discuss about this beautiful encounter of Arsenal versus Wigan Athletic. And what do you need to know about this beautiful game of football? You know, in this FA Cup, Arsenal has gone ahead to score 4 goals, and even Wigan has gone ahead to score 4 goals. Arsenal has gone ahead to concede 1 goal. Wigan has gone ahead to concede 3. Arsenal has had 9 shots. 4 of those have been on target, 5 off target, and 6 shots have been blocked by the opponents that Arsenal has gone ahead to face in there for you. Then, when we go to the side of Wigan Athletic, they've conceded 3 goals. They've registered 27 shots, 12 on target, 15 off target, and 7 shots have been blocked by the opponents. They've gone ahead to obviously face in there for you. And Arsenal averages 84.13 passing accuracy, that is per game. And Wigan averages 62.13 passing accuracy per game. Arsenal's previous game, they went ahead to obviously play Brentford 1-1, and Wigan lost to Reading by 2-1. You understand? So, previous meetings between Arsenal and this side, they've gone ahead to play 22 times. Arsenal has won 16, Wigan has gone ahead to win 3, and 3 draws have been registered. Now, in their previous meetings, 1, Athletic Club 1-1 with Arsenal in the FA Cup. That was on the 12th of April 2014. Then Premier League in 2013. Arsenal beat Wigan Athletic at the Emirates by 4-1. Then Arsenal on the 22nd of December 2012, Arsenal went ahead to visit the Wigan Athletic and they beat Wigan Athletic by 1-0. So that's the head-to-head that I really needed to read for you. Then later I'll come up with what we call the what is it called? I'll come up with what we call the match facts that many of you have always gone ahead to obviously ask me for, because you know what they really mean in this particular game of football, because you need to know how strong is your opponent and how you can obviously come in through and go at him in as far as predictions are really concerned. Sendagile Ronald, thank you for obviously popping by in the live chat, and we are going to be doing the needful. Now, let's go to the team news. For the club of Arsenal, Saliba missed out on the game of Brentford because he really had an injury. There is Mikel Merino with a foot injury. Max Dolman is having an ankle injury. Kai Havertz, muscle injury. Martin Odegaard saw his knee sore up and even by Friday it was still showing up. So he's one of those that has gone ahead obviously join that injury list for the club of Arsenal in there for you. So for the side of Wigan, duo Babad Adeko and Luke Robinson are now in training again following their layoffs, but neither men will be ready for the trip to North London, meaning those are totally out. Harry McHugh is slightly behind in his rehabilitation, though James Carragher has missed Wigan his last 2 games with a knock and is doubtful for the 4th round tie. He's also out. Thankfully, Jason Carr has excited the treatment room and should spot the captain's armband for Wigan, while Sam Tico, a former Arsenal transfer target, starts in goal. That is it. So those are the injuries that Wigan are really having, and they're obviously going to be having a very tough time at the Emirates because Arsenal still needs to get back to the winning ways in there for you. So let's obviously get into what we call system is 4-3-3. That is it. After getting a 4-3-3 system, we go onto the pitch, and in goal, obviously it's going to be Kepa Arrizabalaga. This is the FA Cup. For the Carabao Cup and FA Cup, Kepa Arrizabalaga is going to be the goalkeeper. Even if it's the finale, like Arsenal is going to be facing Man City in the finale, I think on the 22nd of March, it will be Kepa Arrizabalaga in goal. Then right back, I think it's high time Julian Timber went ahead, obviously be rested a little bit, and you drop in a little bit of Benjamin White, obviously coming through and really start, because you're playing Wigan Athletic. God has gone ahead to favor you that you played in the midweek, and you can obviously change, make huge changes into your team. Left back, obviously Lewis Miles Kelly comes in through to obviously offer himself for this particular activity. Then right-sided centre-back, I think Mosquera will obviously maintain his position in there for you. And Ricardo Carafiori will start as a left-sided centre-back, according to me. That's what I obviously feel it will be like at the Emirates. And I think this is how the manager of Arsenal obviously come up and obviously choose or select his back 5. So that's my back 5, and I think Mikel Arteta has all what it takes to go in for that back 5, because he will need to rest some and obviously maintain some of those in there. So that is all about Mikel Arteta back 5, and here we come to obviously see what exactly this guy will obviously come up with in the midfield. I think the CDM, this is where Christian Norgard comes in through to obviously play a very big part into this particular encounter for the club of Arsenal in there. You get? I really trust him, though I really have people who are really saying he's not fit to be an Arsenal player, and I'm like, if you say he's not fit, then who is fit to be, And the good thing is that he came in through and understood his role, and he's not demanding in for enough playing time. That's the beauty of him, and he's not causing anything like what is it called? Like unrest in the dressing room. He's really trying to put out a very huge shift and obviously looking out for the best for himself, and he knows to eat that. That's why he was brought in through to play his role at the club of Arsenal. And I've gone ahead to see him being linked to Ajax, but looks like the player doesn't want to obviously leave the side of Arsenal because he knows to it that my role is secondary. You get? His role is secondary. It's not primarily. So Zubimendi started in the midweek. And after Zubimendi started in the midweek, then this one comes in through to obviously do the needful and obviously start in this FA Cup, meaning that Zubimendi will be freshening up for the next 2 games of Arsenal, Wigan and Tottenham Hotspur in there. Then with Merino out, Kai Havertz out, Odegaard out, obviously there is no way you can do without Declan Rice in that midfield. Then Eze will come through and really play as a number 10 in that particular position in there. So that is the mid three for the club of Arsenal, according to me. And I'm waiting to see what the manager of Arsenal will obviously go in for. Then right forward, I think Bukayo Saka will start. He really looked blunt, you know, when they're playing against Brentford. Even when he came on, we were like, why did they take off Noni Madueke? He really looked blunt. He was not really sharp. So I think the manager will really use Bukayo, will use this game to obviously sharpen Bukayo Saka for the coming Premier League games in there. Then left forward, Trossard starting in the game of Brentford. That means we are going to see Gabriel Martinelli come out and obviously put out a very huge shift in this particular encounter as a left forward into this particular game of football. So that is all about a guy known as Martinelli leading the line. It's obvious. If Gyökeres started and played 90 minutes and Gabriel Jesus never even got a chance to come and really play a single minute, something that really pissed me off, because when you looked at that game, Arteta got it wrong, because you needed a Gabriel Jesus to come and improvise, because this guy had obviously gone ahead to play close to 60, 70 minutes and he was not really imposing himself into the game. So what you had to do was bring on Gabriel Jesus, because he can improvise. You know, he's a player who makes players who play around him better, something that Victor Gyökeres doesn't do. And I was shocked when I was watching that game. I'm like, what is Arteta doing? You get? If you wanted to keep him in the field of play, then don't bring on Gabriel Martinelli. Bring on Gabriel Jesus to play as a left forward. Period. Because all you needed was a player to sit down players and really create space for others, something that Gabriel Martinelli doesn't do. And I bet that Jesus would have gone ahead to score that chance that Martinelli went ahead to miss, because his composure in front of goal is far much better than that of Gabriel Martinelli. And for Jesus, all I know is that he can even sit someone down, you know, and obviously face an empty net. He's unselfish even when he's in the mouth of goal. But for Gabriel Martinelli, released in a tight angle and he forced himself in there, couldn't improvise. I think it really went ahead to cost Arsenal. So I start Gabriel Jesus in this game of football. And you know, it's really going to be one of those high scoring games for the club of Arsenal, because Jesus will be like sending a manager a message that, please, I want to be a starter. You get? In the game of Sunderland, Jesus started and played, I think, close to 60 minutes, and they took him off, you remember? And when he was taken off, Gyökeres came off and scored a brace, and maybe the manager was really thinking that Gyökeres will obviously do the needful. And this is where I really question Mikel Arteta, that with your midfield not supplying the striker, you get, how do you expect him to score? Meaning that you just needed on a forward like Gabriel Jesus to obviously get the job done and dusted. You understand? So that is it. So that is my probable starting 11 for the side of Arsenal, as they take on a team known as Wigan Athletic. Now let's see what Wigan Athletic really has for us. Let's see what Wigan Athletic has for us. You get? We as the side of let's go to Wigan and see. Wigan, Tico, Fox, Almson, Carr, Hunt, Ware, Smith, Murray, Bentoni, Wright, and Tyler. That is how the side of Wigan Athletic is expected to obviously come up and really represent to the fullest for the side of the FA Cup season in there. And I have some much fact that I want to read for you here, that BBC has gone ahead to obviously align before this game really starts. This is the first meeting between Arsenal and Wigan since the 2013-2014 FA Cup semi-final, which is their only previous FA Cup encounter. After a 1-1 draw, the Gunners won 4-2 on penalties, with current boss Mikel Arteta netting in the shootout. You've had that. So they last met 13 to 14 years back, 12 years back, you know. Wigan have lost 10 of their 11 away games against Arsenal in all competitions. The other was a 2-1 win in April 2012 in the Premier League under Roberto Martinez. That is BBC for you. Then thirdly, Arsenal are looking to reach the FA Cup 5th round for the first time since 2019-2020 when they went on to win the competition. This is only their third tie at this stage since then, losing 1-0 to Southampton in 2020-2021. They lost to Man City in 2022-2023 previously. Fourthly, Wigan Athletic have won their last 6 away matches in the FA Cup, conceding just 1 goal in this run. They've already had one run. They've already had one run of 7 away wins in the competition from January 2013 to March 2014. Should they win here, it would be just the 5th ever run of 7 away wins in a row by a team in the FA Cup history. First round onwards, and 2 would have been achieved by the Lactis. Wigan Athletic have won their last 6 away games. This is all 4 of Arsenal's goals in the FA Cup third round. 4-1 win over Portsmouth came via set pieces, 3 corners, 1 free kick, despite only playing this one game in 2025-2026. No side has more set piece goals in the FA Cup this season than Arsenal. Arsenal are the kings of set pieces. And if you doubt them, then you need to obviously come up and do the needful. My prediction, I see Arsenal coming in this game and obviously winning it by 4-0. That is it. I see Arsenal coming up and obviously win by 4-0. That is it. I see Arsenal winning by 4-0. I don't know what your predictions are, but that's mine. And I don't know exactly what you think about it. You know, that's my prediction. Now, Sendagira says, hello, bro. Good afternoon to you, dear. Thanks for the update. All right. And I'm a bit scared when I reflect to the previous season of Arsenal. Don't you think the pressure has started mounting my team? Now, yeah, pressure is mounting the team, but I think Arteta is all to blame, because if you're having a player that has won Premier League trophies in such situations with Man City, you know, and he knows to act in all these situations, then why don't you bring him on? I'm talking about Gabriel Jesus, you know. He is the best placed player to come on and obviously change that game. Not a Gabriel Martinelli, not a Bukayo Saka, not a who. It was supposed to be Gabriel Jesus. Bring him on and see how magic forms itself onto that pitch. Cherotich says, hey bro, Arsenal win, all right. Samuel says, hey bro, thanks for intervening us about Arsenal. Sendagere says, I think Nogard is good enough. He could even help Arsenal win 1-0 last Thursday if he was brought on than bringing on more wingers. Yeah, I think the manager got it wrong, you know, in very many aspects, especially the in-game management was really off. For me, it was really off, because you saw to it that you are struggling to get a goal and you get it, and you really fail to even defend that set play, and you open up and really give them chances like that. So I think Arteta needed to obviously understand and really respect this team. Maybe it was a lesson to him and God brought it early, that in the next coming games he'll obviously understand that if I'm having difficulty in really putting the ball at the back of the net, I don't have to come up and obviously open up like they did when they're playing against that side. Then I'm having this is Muima, something of the sort. I forgot. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Hey Rokani, thanks for the update. Mosquera and Hinkapi should partner on the right and left side centre back. Sometimes Arteta should try to use Lewis Kelly in attacking midfield. Don't think he can give him a chance, but maybe today he might obviously play him in the midfield because he might want to rest Declan Rice for the coming games and obviously reduce on the workload he'll obviously be having in a week. Boring AFC, I would like to see Skelly move in the midfield. By the way, thank you guys for obviously enlightening me about that. It's really possible. And when it obviously comes to the midfield, he's really a very, 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 very good player in there. So you never know what will happen in there, but I tell you, a lot will obviously happen, you know, and it will create the right option for the club of Arsenal. And with Havertz, Skelly, with Havertz, Rice, Odegaard injured, maybe Merino, he can be the right player to play in that position. Edwin Pasha says, hello David, hope all is well. This is your neighbor Edwin Pasha from Chira. Arsenal will win by 4-0. That's my prediction too. I think Arsenal will obviously go hard onto that. Remember the game of Brentford, I told you it's obviously going to be hard, and indeed you saw how hard it was, because I saw a Brentford go away, plug against Newcastle, and obviously went ahead to win. But my dear, when they came to the their stadium, that is the GT Community Stadium, I tell you what, they made it hard for them to obviously go to those levels. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. I think we've gone ahead to have it all. I've told you exactly what I think about this game, and you guys have gone ahead to pop into the live chat, and you've gone ahead to let me know what your thoughts are about this particular encounter. So I'm signing out, and let's meet later. Maybe I'm going to drop a recording later on, but it's nice having you.